Howdy y'all, and welcome to Lax Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright, so my plan for today... I don't know what my plans for today... Ooh, you know what? I'm going to follow this road right here. That's going to be my plan. I was going to go to the south, but I think I'm going to follow this road around to the north till it connects back in with something. See where we go from there. And, maybe we'll get lucky, we'll find that stupid leather tanning book. Definitely need to increase the drop rate on the leather tanning book. It's very bizarre to collect schematics for weapons and... I'm sleeping out in the middle of the road. Schematics for weapons and armor and all this other stuff that requires... well, I guess the weapons don't, but... all these things, you know, this road also goes to the north, and I didn't follow that either. Let's follow the path first, and then we'll come back and take the road to the north. Now, I realize I'm trying to avoid going into the frost area because of how difficult the zombies are. But, I also know that to the south are difficulties as well of a different kind. So, let's hang out here in the nice middle area for right now. Well, if we can avoid the bears, anyways. I had some issues with the bears last episode, that's for sure. So... I watched a pretty good, found video horror movie. I liked it. It didn't have a very good rating on Netflix. But I thought it was pretty good. I had watched, hold on, I don't remember what it was called. Area 51, which is a found footage kind of thing, from some of the paranormal activity people. And I didn't like that one. I thought it was really boring. And so I went ahead. Well, I went ahead. No, I didn't go ahead. I like horror movies. And when there's good, they're good. When they're bad, they're usually awful. I didn't find Area 51 awful, as I said before. I found it to be boring because nothing happened. And what did happen was so little it didn't matter. I mean, yes, they got abducted and flown away at the end of the movie, but it was like an hour and 40 minutes before they got to that point, and nothing happened before they get there. And I like movies that have a long build-up. So don't get me wrong, if the payoff is great, you know, and you build up to it, that's fine, but... yeah, Area 51 did not deliver. And I like the Paranormal Activity movies, for the most part. That one where they were playing with the Xbox's laser show thingy. I forget which one that is. That one was kind of boring to me. Not as bad as Area 51. But I didn't think that one was as good as the others. I don't know. Anyways, so I watched a new one. Well, not new. It might have been new. I don't know. Anyway, it was called Hangar 51. I keep saying anyways. Anyways. It's called Hangar 10. That's what it's called. Hangar 10. Don't know why I just tried to call it Hangar 51. It was called Hangar 10. And had some nice nods, like Area 51, the movie. You know, talks about Area 51 and a little bit about that, but not really going into any detail about what Area 51 is, and because I like to read about that UFO stuff, so I know. And Hangar 10 is a Canadian film, and it takes place in... oh, is it Canadian? Yeah, it's gotta be Canadian. And it takes place in Rendlesham, which is a place where they had a UFO encounter with the military. Steel arrows. Now, I was gonna split those buggers apart, but I don't think give me the option. And, iron shovel's nice. But what it is there's these two people, and they like to go out with metal detectors. I was trying to think if there was a name for that. Oh, I swear I could scrap that stuff before. Why can't I scrap out of that bag? And so they got this buddy who films things, and so they're going to take him along, and he will film things. Do you think that's the pot from my house? And he's going to film them on their quest with their metal detectors. And so what it is they found I want to say Roman coin. I think that's what they said. It was a Roman coin. Okay, I already have that one red, according to that little yellow icon in the corner. And so they want to go back to the area where they found the Rindle coin, the Roman coin. What is wrong with my tongue today, man? My brain is not sending it the right signals to say the words quickly. Oh, you know, I was going to equip those gloves. I don't believe I have protection on my hands. I do now. So they get out there, and the guy's telling them all about how to use your metal detectors. And they're looking around, and they want to go onto the property, but they can't find the owner. And they've looked and looked and looked, and they can't figure out who the owner of the property is. And so they decide to just go ahead and sneak in. And as they are sneaking into the property, I'm not going to be able to remember everything that happened, but alright. We've reached the end of road that I haven't been to. And that leads into a different section. What is... Oh, that's the hill. And we've already been here, so... now we're going to run right back and then take this road to the north. So... They park the car, they go into the woods, they're metal detecting... they pass a field full of dead animals, like horses. Okay, they're not like horses. They're dead horses. Like horses. No, they're actual dead horses. And maybe cows, I don't know. I remember the horses. I remember talking about horses. You'd think I hadn't watched this movie at this point. But eventually they get inside and... or into the woods, and they're doing their thing, and... they hear weird noises, and they see weird lights, and things happen, and it was good. I enjoyed it. The end of it was really good, and I really like when they take people and they put them in extreme pressure in movies, and they start to crack up. I don't know why. I just do. And so it was fun seeing these three friends, you know, cracking up as they go. More and more bizarre things happen to them. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked the end of it. Was awesome. It was good. It was really good. I mean, you know, aliens come and all sorts of stuff, and there was a lot of things that happened in that movie and it built up to it, which was great. You gotta start with a slow beginning, build up to the you know, the big dramatic ending of the movie. It was everything that I thought Area 51 should have been. Hangar 10, it's called. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check it out. I didn't give too much away. I wanted to, sometimes I give everything away. This time, I wanted to kind of hold back on it, but yeah, I really liked it. I figured I could get away with the aliens come since it's called Hangar 10, and it took place in Rendlesham, and because I'm pretty sure the little snippet for the movie, when you go to read it, says something about friends filming alien ships or something. Yeah, Rendlesham is, if I'm thinking of the right one, Rendlesham is, they supposedly have the audio tapes of the military examining an object that was in the woods near the military base. And I've seen, like, there was a show called, like, Destination Paranormal or something like that, where they would go out and try to debunk sightings or figure out what they were seeing. And because some people say the light they saw in the woods was the lighthouse that's like 7 miles away, and that obviously these guys who are on a military base don't recognize a lighthouse that they see every day. But yeah, it's I don't know, good movie. I really enjoyed it, especially after watching that Area 51, which let me down so much. The other thing I watched, which I usually do give all away, is I finally watched the episode of Fear the Walking Dead from last week. Now I realize that we've already had another episode. I mean, it hasn't come out yet because when I'm filming this, but we'll have another episode of Fear the Walking Dead. I saw a commercial for their other one coming out, Into the Badlands, which looks pretty good. I saw you just appear out of thin air. Did you see that dog just appear out of thin air? In fact, that's the name of the episode of Fear the Walking Dead, The Dog. Okay, I do not know what just happened there, but I could not hit that dog. I'm level 23. So Fear the Walking Dead this week was pretty good. Or last week. At the end of the second episode, because this is the third episode, at the end of the second episode, I don't know anybody's names. The boyfriend, the guy, he'd gone to get his son, and who was caught up with the riot that was happening, because the police were shooting zombies, but when people see them, they don't think zombies, they think police are shooting homeless people. And so he's there when the riot starts happening, and then his father, the boyfriend, he tries to pull him out of the riot, and the zombies are eating people and stuff like that, and police are shooting them, and him and I gotta say his ex-wife was there too. Her name was Lisa. I watched it today, and so I noticed her name because they kept mentioning it, and I was confused as to who she was. Maybe? We'll say it's Lisa. So Lisa, the ex-wife, she's there, and the son is there, and the dude is there, and they hide out with this other family who the father runs a barber shop, and he argues with them, but finally lets them in. And then they hide out there, and I missed what happened, but his wife got her foot crushed, and so they're gonna leave, and it must have happened when they were leaving. And so while they were leaving, you know, they saw like the oh, I got lucky there. They saw the like the police officer zombie eating up. Really? That guy didn't even make any noise until he hit me. Where did those guys come from? Because I came from that direction. We should just pick that up. Oh, was I bleeding? Well, I just dropped dead for some reason. Yeah, no, I did not get a message that I was bleeding. My guy just randomly dropped dead. Great. Thanks, game. Thanks. It's not like I didn't have a first aid kit. I just randomly dropped dead for no reason. Yeah, as they're leaving, I think that's when her foot got crushed. And so they take her toward the hospital, and the hospital is in the middle of just going crazy because of, you know, sick people in the hospital dying, coming back as zombies. Smoke's coming out of the hospital. You know, the police are shooting people as they come out the door. I mean, zombies, not people. That's pretty crazy. And then was the moment that I wanted to happen. We saw the collapse of civilization. They don't know it yet, but we saw it, and it was awesome. It was an awesome scene. So they're driving along. There's smoke billowing out of the hospital. The police are there. There's the family from the barber shop are laid down in the back of the truck trying to hide. There's gunshots. The ex-wife and the son are in the cab with the guy. And they're driving down the road, and the lights go out bit by bit. Like, different sections of the city just shut down. It was awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better end of civilization scene than that. It was exactly what I wanted from this show. So while that's going on, the girlfriend and her family are back at their house, and waiting for the boyfriend to get back with his son. Where is my bag? Oh yeah, that's right. I died over here for no reason. Apparently the torchlight was too much for me. What? Did you just see that zombie appear in front of me? That zombie literally just came out of nowhere. That's probably what happened to me before. The game has just gone crazy with its cheats. We have to hide soon. It's night 7. And I am too far to make it back to my home before darkness. Search foul trash. Because this is supposed to be a bad one, right? So obviously I have got to get up on the roof of this place. ASAP and remain hidden for the night. But while they're there, they're hiding from everything that's going on outside. Like, the daughter has not seen a zombie yet, whereas the mother and the son are... I appear to have found an immortal zombie. Oh, you broke down the metal door. Sweet. I'll take that scrap iron. Corn seeds. I don't know if I ever made it back with corn seeds. Whoop! Alright, I just want to check in here real quick. Sometimes there are bookcases. There are bookcases right here. With nothing. I'm disappointed. Nothing. Nothing useful. Alright. So I want to get out to the back side of this place. And, out of the way, creeper. Get up here. And then I want to get rid of the ladder. And then I'm going to put my wood frame down. Just as a slight deterrent here. And we get ourselves a light. And this is going to be my home for the night. It is too close to night. And on top of that, it's night 7. Which is supposed to be the worst. Right? Every 7 days. So if we survive this, it's just going to be because I'm hiding. And that's what I'm hoping for here, is we can survive by hiding. I wish I had some repair kits so I could repair these guns, but I got no repair kits for these guns. Oop, almost missed there. But yeah, they eventually the boyfriend gets home with his people. I want to see what this is made out of here. If it's scrap metal. Oh, it is. That's awesome. I'll hammer that down off camera because that's gonna be noisy. And 18 tickets. It's like almost 7 o'clock. I think it's what, 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere in there where it gets nighttime and then it gets bad. But the boyfriend gets home. I think. Okay, so there's scratching at the window, and they freak out, and there's a dog, and they let in the dog, and the dog is covered in blood, and the dog goes back outside, and then the boyfriend gets home. They carry in the old woman with her crushed foot. She's not that old, and they try and fix her up a little bit and wrap her foot and stuff, but it's been crushed, so there isn't a whole lot they can do. And then, you know, I think this is the gas station I built my base at one time, isn't it? I feel like I built a base, like, right there one time. Or maybe right over there. So... I'm trying to remember everything that happened. The woman next door is a zombie now. The neighbor from across the road comes at them. Or no, they find him eating the dog. and he chases them back into the house, I think. Maybe I might be confusing my zombies. And they kill that zombie with a gun. And apparently the boyfriend doesn't like guns, to the point where he is angry that his son is being taught what a gun is. And then, which isn't going to help him a lot when all this bad stuff goes down. I'm pretty sure you're going to need to know about guns. It's really funny because he's like the opposite of Rick, right? Because Rick is all about the gun, and this guy's not about the gun. And so they kill that guy. They decide to stay the night. The barbershop guy and his fan doesn't want to leave with them, so he's going to stay in their house until his cousin comes and gets them. They get all their stuff packed up. They killed the neighbor. They left the woman next door ambulatory. They didn't kill her. And again, and just as they're leaving to go to the desert, they see that the girl sees a zombie for the first time. The old lady from next door. And freaks out that her boyfriend is not like that zombie. And the brother's like, she's like, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? And he's like, well, she's dead. And then they're like, why did you say that? Why did you say that? He's like, because it's true. So I feel like I may have stopped too early, and I might have been able to make it back to my home. I almost feel like I could still make it to my home. You know what? I'm going to try. I would rather hold out for the night in my house than this gas station. Because I got stuff I can do at my house rather than stand around. We're racing against the dying of the light. It's like the end of Dracula. The Bram Stoker's Dracula, not the modern one. We're racing against the dying of the light, and you gotta stop and sigh. You know what it's like having to walk in the dark. You know what it's like having to run away from a bear. You know what it's like to have to fight a zombie. You know what it's like to have to break open a door. Yeah, I get sick of this sighing all the time. I don't know what that noise was, but please don't let it get me. They go to leave, finally. They have a little argument about smashing the head into the old lady zombie from next door. And as they're leaving, the girlfriend sees her next door neighbor coming home. Right? They left his zombie wife alive, and so now he's coming home. And so she runs in to warn him, and he's walking up to her, asking her what's wrong. She yells at him not to touch her. He reaches forward to hug her, and just before she bites him, boom, her head explodes. And out from around the corner of the building comes the military, and they are ordering people back into their homes and taking down the names of the people and asking if they've been exposed. And she's like, what happened to our neighbor? And they're like, the military, I think it was a woman, military woman says, he was exposed to infected blood. Were any of you exposed? And she says no. And they look over, whoa. And they look over, and there's the grave where they buried their neighbor who they shot and killed in their house. Well, I mean, didn't kill, but shot and re-killed. I don't know. Put down. There we go. And she's like, "What's that?" And the girlfriend says, "Our dog died." So. Oh man, there's like a river here we gotta cross. Yeah, we gotta cross a river. And then that was pretty much the end of it. I know the daughter just freaked out when she first saw the zombies, which would you'd expect. It was pretty good. It was a good episode, and I am looking forward to the next one for sure. Before we quit, though, I'm going to make it back to my base, I guess, before I quit, so it might be a couple more minutes yet. They've got that new Into the Borderlands series starting. All right, lady, I get it. You're exhausted. It's me. I keep hitting the shift button to make her run, and then she's like, oh, I can't run. I'm exhausted. I'm going to exhaust you. Let's stick here in a minute. But they, if I remember right, I read about it, they don't have any guns, and so everybody uses swords. So it looked like it could be fun. Ooh, and I loved the show Heroes. I didn't care for the second season so much, I think, or the beginning of the third season. I can't remember. There's a section in there where there's like this girl who kills everybody she comes in contact with her powers when she gets upset. And then her brother is with her, and I think he has powers too. Like maybe he's immune to her powers. I didn't really care for that part, but everything else was awesome with Siler and Hero and all those people, the cheerleader. And I saw this week the new series of Heroes starts. The previous Heroes ended with they were gonna cause a giant earthquake to destroy New York City, maybe. And they stopped him. The people with powers, who are the good guys, stopped him. And then, which was awesome, the show started off, the very first episode, with the cheerleader, who's played by Hayden Panettiere? Something like that. Panettiere? I forget what her last name is. I think it's a P-A-N-T-I something. Panettiere? Panettiere? Panetta? I don't know. Whatever it is. She's on Nashville now. She throws herself on top of some stuff and then gets back up and says, my name is whatever, and this is the umpteenth time I've tried to kill myself. So that happens to her at the end, and she stands up in front of the news reporters and says, my name is whatever, and this is the umpteenth time I've tried to kill myself. Well, not kill myself, but, fallen and not died. But Heroes Reborn starts this week. I thought it was supposed to be a web series, but apparently it's going to be an actual series, and I'm excited for that. Because I really like that show. So I'm very excited that Heroes Reborn starts this week. And Into the Borderlands starts pretty quick. I want to say that was middle of October. I think the week of or the week after The Walking Dead starts back up. Because that's coming up here pretty quick too. And I want to say there was another show I saw that was starting up. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. We're back home. It is 8 p.m., almost 9 p.m. 9 p.m. here in about 5 minutes according to this. I don't know if we'll get zombie hordes on the next episode, but be prepared for that, I guess. I don't think they can get to me up here. But they might destroy my house from underneath. And I think if they knock out all the house underneath, the whole thing will collapse. and I will fall to my death. So that's a possibility. I don't know. We shall have to see. So click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.